Clear prop.
Hello people, today's story is so unbelievable that I intentionally postponed it past the 1st of April just so nobody confuses this video with April Fool's prank. If you look at the history of Czechoslovakia, you will see that we had quite a pacifistic government. We always avoided fights. In 1938, Czechoslovakia surrendered to Hitler practically without a fight. Yeah, of course the betrayal of European superpowers did help with that decision. In 1968, we had surrendered the Soviet Union and other Warsaw Pact countries, again without a fight. So now Czechs decided to send to the world a very strong, clear message. We will fight. Czech government is going to invest 380 million euros into a demolition of a military airport. But just to be clear, we are talking about a Czech airport, one of the few military airports left in the country. Really, don't mess with the Czechs, they can be quite dangerous. Unfortunately, mostly to themselves. When I found out about this a few months ago, I started to dig into it, and to my surprise, I found so many layers of stupidity that it wasn't funny anymore. Layer 1. The current Czech president is retired army general and retired chair of the NATO military committee. A man with his experience should be able to recognize the importance of the airport for both military and civilian use. He's in the office only a couple of weeks, so maybe he will do something about it, but so far, nothing. Layer 2. There is no other paved runway with similar parameters of the one at the Linea airport anywhere in the region. So if for whatever reasons, flood, earthquake, war, it is necessary to deliver or evacuate quickly a big amount of material or personnel to the region or from the region, there is no other way to do it by air. Layer 3. The reason for demolition is that the government cannot find any other location in the whole Czech Republic for the Volkswagen's new gigafactory. But Volkswagen haven't even decided yet, and the regional government already removed the airfield from the future land plans. And it looks like the airport will be demolished even without Volkswagen deciding for this location. Layer 4. The airfield and surrounding government-owned lands are approximately 5 square kilometers. Volkswagen needs 1.2 square kilometers, and the subcontractor needs 0.8 square kilometers. So we have 2 square kilometers for a factory and subcontractor. We still have 3 square kilometers left for the runway and remaining infrastructure for the airport. But then nobody would get the demolition contract money, right? What a shame. How much more attractive for the investors would be the land in a business park with the functional airport right next to it? Layer 5. Similar airport in České Budějovice has been restored for 50 million euros. So instead of investing 50 million into the restoration, the government will spend 7 or 8 times more to demolish it, and is already in talks with the current tenants, clubs and schools and so on about how to compensate them and about where and how to build a replacement airfield. Crazy. Layer 6. A Department of Defense is stuck in a dispute with the current tenant about the lease since 2010. The court case is still ongoing and it still hasn't been decided. The original contract was for 50 years. What is the plan to resolve this issue in the next few months when they failed to remove a non-paying tenant from the airport for 13 years? Layer 7. One could understand the eagerness of the Czech government to do anything in order to get a gigafactory built in Czechia. If it was the first such a project, maybe, but it looks like Czechs have learned nothing since Holešov. Holešov was demolished in 2009, and until today there is pretty much nothing. 3 small companies, 1 road and 1 roundabout. That's it. Exactly as you would expect on an ex-military airport in Eastern Europe, there must be a MiG parked close to the runway. It's amazing how many planes still survive, at least as a static exhibit. As I'm filing the flight plan, I'm trying to make sense out of this. This is fully functioning airfield. It's a museum, it's a flight club at least, school, everything is working. And government decides, nah, we need a new factory right here in the middle of the runway. It can't be 500 meters that way or that way. It just doesn't make sense. At least doesn't make sense to me. If there is some reasonable explanation, let me know in comments. I'm puzzled. Or even better, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to contact Governor of the Pilsen region, Rudolf Spotak, directly. The contact details are on the screen.